Hi friends, this is my introduction to the book Immortal Talks by Shunya, who is the author. The main protagonist is Hanudas, and the narrator is telling the story. He is saying, he starts with the Hanudas and his disciple Swamiji perched on a tree and watching a group of forest dwelling people, and they are vexed that they could not find anything. But at that moment, suddenly they get to watch an incident where one of the women members of that dwellers, suddenly she gets a seizure and she falls, and then after a few seconds Hanudas gets to see the three quick quivering lights, and then that woman folding her hands before them. So at that very moment he sees that his mind is totally blank, but gets to see this incident, and with this he gets a hope that he has his aim to find that secret behind these Mahatangs, who are the forest dwellers, know can speak with the immortal Lord Hanuman, that he comes to know, and he develops a hope. Okay, and before this life, spiritual pursuit life of Hanudas, he was a common dweller, householder with wife and child, but he lost them, and then in that time also he suddenly felt an blankness, or total free of thought kind of feeling. At that moment he had a vision of Lord Hanuman, and later he got introduction to the Lord Hanuman through his Gurudeva, who was known as Gurudeva only. And then at that moment, Gurudeva, his guru, gives him a sermon, or says that this in this world people are living with living in a manner that they take orders from Maya, or the world, and they follow it in their life. They or take orders, and that's how the mind works. But then actually how it has to work is, it should come from Lord. Orders must come from the Lord Hanumanji to your soul. When will it come to your soul? Unless your soul is quiet and peaceful, and until then you will not be able to actually see the presence of God, feel the presence of God. So then, to make the soul calm and quiet, you have to follow a method which is known as, where you keep your mind very stable, without any great happiness or sadness or achievements, or no such feeling. You should not have any such thoughts in your mind for anything in the world. Like that, the soul will give instruction to the mind how to tackle the world or the Maya. That's how it has to be. So then Hanudas says that now that he has lost everything in his life, now his only aim is to be and serve for Gurudeva. But then Gurudeva says, in the name of pursuit for spirituality, you are looking for rest and peace, but this is not a goal of your life. You have to again go back and check with your mind. Your mind will tell you, okay, what is the goal. So you, once the soul becomes pure, which is a pure soul? A pure soul is a aware soul, aware of who it is and where it is headed. So he goes, so at that moment, at that very moment, he gets that again, that enlightenment kind of second. Within that second, he realizes that he is not supposed to stay back here, and he starts on a journey, moves all around the world, and then nothing leaves a thought in his mind. He keeps on moving. He goes through hills and mountains and lakes and rivers and villages and cities and everywhere. Finally he comes to the dwellers where the Matangs are, and then at that moment his mind tingles. Where from it got its orders? From his soul. The whole soul got from where? From the Lord. So then he stays there and he tries to find out who are these Matangs, how are they able to talk to God. So at that moment, he first of all he tries to meet Baba, who is the head of this community, but he waspishly refuses to give any information. So they stay there and try to find out on their own. While trying to find out, staying there, he got some set of symbols, 7 sets of symbols, which when deciphered says that Lord Hanuman will come to the earth to meet these disciples of his who are known as Matangs every 41 years and give them his messages or teachings. So this is what it is. But once he got the realization, stayed there, he found more than 1,000 such symbols, and finally he found what the messages, all the 1,000 symbols meant the many messages, which are all deciphered, and they are all written in this book called Immortal Talks. Thank you.